There's a place, a school, an institution where a professor resides. One that for the past 30 years has traveled the world teaching others. A pioneer in America of the fighting science of Savate. One who codified the sports of this fighting style. One who has produced clubs, champions, and continues to develop. Listen to words of Professor Buitron.
All right, guys, I'm here sitting down and talking over. We haven't done some videos in about 2 weeks. I kind of took some time off, but we're back in the role again. Sometimes you need to take a time off. But I want you guys to understand one thing, that we're very appreciative that you follow us, because there's plenty of content out there that you can follow. Okay. But I'm going to touch base today on emotions. That's what I'm going to call it, emotions. All right. What about emotions? Because as you all know, teaching in the martial arts for such a very long period of time, you run into a lot of different types of people and a lot of different types of emotions. You get the emotion, you get people that are narcissists, you get people that are very recluse, you get people that are very motivational, and you get a bunch of these individuals that are always trying to influence what goes on in the school and the academy and how you learn and so on and so forth. So we're going to go on with that. That's such as life, right? Because you have to deal with different personalities, different emotions of people, how they are, how to respect that. And one thing that has taught me that is through the training in Savate, the training in camp, the training of martial arts, really. But I think more or less, since I had started before, I had started martial arts with my uncle, and so I had a different foundation. I had a foundation of always being very caregiving to others, being very, have a lot of banter, have be happy-go-lucky, but be very serious at the same time, kind of balancing it all out. And so when I went to study abroad and study elsewhere, you started seeing the differences of personalities, the differences in culture. Living with people over there, I saw a very beautiful people, and with the French, very helpful if they got to know you. They didn't know you, the Parisian kind of stayed away from you, but once they knew you, you became friends. But other than that, we had a lot of different emotions that come into the school. Okay, you got people that are trying to find themselves, people that are looking at Savate as a form of, I want to better myself. Yeah, that's what it's for, but also as a type of, I get a lot of people here that come in, for example, and say, I can't do this. Really, I can't do it. It's not for my body type. I can't do this. You didn't know how to drive, and yet you're driving. You didn't know how to cook, yet you're cooking. Understand? You didn't know how to be a parent, and you're parenting good kids. So all that comes into play. People say, Paul, you've been doing it. When are you going to quit? You've been doing it for a long time. This is my life. Savate is my life. Kempo's my life. The emergence of capoeira and the appreciation of the martial arts, that's my life. Trying to make people better and what they are and what they do is what it's all about. One doesn't come into a school setting and try to command, even though we get those people too that come in here and try to influence what you're doing, what is going on, how you should train, when you should train. And you have to understand how to balance in those and kind of blend yourself with the emotions and absorb the good and block the bad. And that's what I tell folks. That's what I tell kids nowadays. Forget the bad. Concentrate on the good. All right. I was asked this question by one of the teens that I'm very close to. said, oh, but those people are my friends, but they're smoking out and so on and so forth. Listen, and you say the Lord's Prayer, right? It says, deliver me from evil. They don't talk to you. That's how your prayer was heard. Cuts them off. Okay, something happens for you to better yourself in life. You have a better direction. You have your energy is going that way. Understand? And it's interesting for people to understand or to accept it. You know, many individuals don't accept that. Many individuals just kind of bounce their emotions back and forth and get very volatile. Do martial arts help in how to control oneself? Yes, it does, if you pay attention. Remember, everything is good if you pay attention. Does Savate teach you how to control yourself? Of course it does. You're learning how to control your kick from breaking that person's ribs. Because you're constantly touching with the legs or your hands and so on and so forth. God bless, knock on wood, I haven't had any major accidents. You go to other martial arts schools and, oh, I broke my foot and broke my ribs and broke my collarbone and broke my nose, broke this, broke that. Here, I'm like, really? Yeah, you might get an occasional bruise, bloody nose. Of course, you're throwing punches. Someone doesn't block right, it's going to get hit. Part of the game. But you know what it teaches you? It teaches you respect. Because if you can control your strike, you can control your strike when you hit somebody, and you see that is going to, how can I say, protect you by controlling your emotions. Okay. Why do I say protect? Because if you lose your emotions, you're very hot tempered, like I was when I was a kid. This is what's what control. I'll get very calm when I knew that something was about to happen. I just was a different person. You see people getting agitated and start trembling and moving forward. Why? Because they're losing their emotions, losing control. So you first have to learn how to control your emotions for you to start growing in a positive way. Okay. Sometimes people become doctors, become lawyers, become professionals, have an excellent business, and then they lose their emotions. They've never learned how to control their emotions. And guaranteed when you stop, if you don't know how to control your emotions, something's going to happen that's going to make everything else crumble down. So let's take those as basic. Let's take that as the basic element of how you can train and survive or come into survive by controlling emotion. When you get hit with a fuete and you didn't block, you have to control your emotion, just not rush at them, because guess what? You just lost. And the person's going to take advantage of it. The person that is cool-headed is the person that's going to win. That you learn by putting on the gloves, and that you learn by being in front of somebody else. You see, some folks come in from kickboxing and other arts. Believe me, I love every martial art. They always ask me, we're going to wear shin guards. Are we going to wear helmets? Are we going to wear a forearm protector? What for? And then they wear them, and the first kick that comes out of them is coming out with full strength, full blown. Hey, buddy, and then all of a sudden you have a fight, and all of a sudden they realize that they just got pummeled because they were throwing 100%. Remember this. Hopefully this clicks into you. Put it down there. That's one for me to keep. Is if you're training at full power all the time and you get in an altercation or you compete against somebody and you throw your kick 100% and the person just looks at you and smiles and blocks it and keeps on going, you're in trouble because you have no backup. Understand? So learn how to control. Not only with that controlling of strength, controlling of power, controlling of speed, is producing your ligaments in your legs and how to control the leg when it goes out to the snap of a punch, snap of a fuetes, the positioning of a chasse. Remember, your legs weigh. I see a lot of people kick and all of a sudden just drop the leg. No, you have to kick, you have to rearm and bring it back down. So train in that. Okay? Control, control your emotions. And if you like this video, press a share, press a like, write in the comments. We got a bunch of good stuff coming in. I was just asked to do an interview for something local about what we've done. We haven't done much, but I think you guys, I want to say thank you guys again. How would I leave you? You all stay safe, be safe, and God bless you all. Till next time, remember, send any question. You can send it to my email direct, huithronacademy@gmail.com. huithronacademy2012@gmail.com. It's going to be in the descriptions. Till next time, much peace.